Hey guys, today I want to teach you how to create a table, insert some data, and we're going to use the Homerun Leaders data set to do that. Hey guys, today I want to teach you how to create a table. Specifically what I want to do is kind of get in there, and I've got this website here that has the top baseball home run hitters, and we're going to insert that data into a table. So first we've got to create the table, and then we've got to get the data in. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to take this data, drop it into Excel real quick. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to grab Excel, and we're just going to paste it in there. And within Excel we can do a little bit of data cleanup. Here's the data we want to get. We want to get a rank, the player, the home runs, and which way they bat. And so we're just going to create a table with those columns. So the create table statement starts like this: create table, and then we got to give it a name. So we're going to call this baseball home run leaders. That is way long. So let's go back here. And actually I'm not even in the right database, so I want to create a database for this. And in SQL Server you simply right click on the database and say new database, and then we can call it baseball. Now I've got a database. I come back here, I can change my database to baseball. Okay, so we're going to call this home run leaders, and then we got to give all the columns. So we said we wanted rank, and rank looks like it's a number, so an integer. So let's switch over here and say rank. So you give the column name, and then you say what type of data it is. In this case it's an integer. You can also say whether or not it can have a empty value in it. You say null or not null. I'm just going to leave it as the default. So then we have the next column, and it is player, and it basically is a string. So I'm going to call that a varchar. Some people will use mvarchar depending on characters that have 2 bytes in it. And we'll go with 50, see if that'll fit it. So then next up we have, let's see here, we have home runs and bats. Home runs looks like a number, and bats is another string. So home runs, and we have bats. Okay, so let's go ahead and do bats. And it looks like that's simply a varchar. We could use a char, but I'm going to use a varchar 1 length. So up here we had 50 length, and that's because I'm assuming it's at least 50 will hold everything. Here 1 should hold everything. So on all my tables too, I like to put in an identity column. So put an ID, integer, and there's a special clause that says, well, first you say primary key, and then you say identity, starts at 1, and it'll increment by 1. This will make every row get a number on it. Here you can see that rank is a reserved word, that's why it's pink. In SQL Server you can put brackets around it, and now it won't yell at me for that. And let's see if this runs. Another thing you might want to put on when you create a table is the schema, the default schema in all these. So if I go like worldwide importers and look, here's applications, the schema, sales is a schema, so that goes right in front of the table. In this case the default is DBO, so we're going to just put that in there. We could create another one. So that looks good. Let's run this. Oh, it didn't like something, and that's why this is underlined here. I forgot to put a comma at the end of that. Let's try that again. Okay, so now we should have a table. So if I go back to the Object Explorer and look in the tables, there's the home run leaders, but we don't have any data in it. So that's the create table. Let's do a new query and let's select from it. Select star from DBO dot, and notice it didn't show up anything. So in SQL Server you have to refresh the cache. So let's go in here and edit IntelliSense, refresh. You probably didn't see that over here. Let me move this a little bit so you can see it. View or edit IntelliSense. Now it moved it over to the left, and it's called refresh local cache, and that should basically, I always do Control-Shift-R will get you there. And so let's center this back up. Control-Shift-R. Let's do that again. And so now the IntelliSense is showing up. So here's our home run leaders. We select from it. There's nothing in there. I'm going to show you a real quick way to put some data in. I'm not going to do an insert statement today, but we can do some easy inserts just by coming over to the table, right click, say edit the top 200. So that opens up this here. And I need to go back to my Excel. The whole reason I went to Excel. And one of the problems we have is we have duplicates of ranks and they're not filled in. I'm just going to grab the top 20 for this lesson here. Just highlight them, the top 20, or copy them. Come over here, click on the little row thing, right click, and say paste. And it did not like that. Oh, and I know why, because I have the ID column. Okay, so let's fix that. So first of all, I need to get rid of all these columns. Right click and delete those. Well, thought I would. I didn't. Doesn't like that one row right there, so let's delete. Okay. Sorry, changing my mind. I'm just gonna do delete. Delete dbo.homerunLeaders with no where clause. We'll delete everything. Doesn't like that. And we'll do this again. Okay, so I need an ID column to paste them in, and I messed that up. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to insert. I don't want to insert copied cells. I want to just insert a column. And I'm just going to grab it like this and see if this does it. And there we go. Notice the ID, we insert those 20 rows before, so it, and then we deleted them, so the ID started at 21. But we've got some data now, and so if we go back to this and do a select, there's our data. So we created the table, inserted a little fake data for us to test with, and now we can query it. And so we can say where rank is less than 10. And we see our top 10 basically. There you go. So Barry Bonds all the way through Sammy Sosa. Anyway, so that's the create table statement. Hopefully that was helpful. Leave a comment. Let me know if that was helpful or not.